It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Back to Holmgren. Nice D from Porzingis. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. The talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here's Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. Back to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage of able to finish that one above the rim.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
He gets it in there.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Williams with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Pass to Caruso. Driving the lane. Here's Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to visit with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thank you, David. And so here is Oklahoma City following the bucket by the Celtics. And here comes the break. It's stolen by Dort. One-on-one fast break. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Holiday. The Thunder making the shot. Brown inside the line. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
There is zero hesitation from Brown. This man is always ready to fire.
Richard, so many things about Jrue Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Now, here's Tatum. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
On the clock. Brown outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Dort. Back to Holmgren. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
To the paint. And the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those. And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
Screen by Porzingis. Brown inside the line. Kept alive. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And the wing jumper offline.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A wide open look here for Caruso. Over in the corner, Williams. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Caruso. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's Porzingis for a 3. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 2.
10. The Thunder. 8.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Oklahoma City moving it around. The offensive rebound. Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Here's Porzingis. 6 points for him. And Holmgren pulls it down. On the wing, Williams. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Back to Dort for 3. Moves back up. And there's the bucket as Williams finishes it off. Williams has got the lead up to 2 now for Oklahoma City. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender. But the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Williams for 3. Poked away. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good from long range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Outside, Porzingis. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for the Celtics. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And, Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
4 on the clock. Here's Williams. Second shot opportunity. Porzingis with the block. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And bringing the aggression and the energy. 2 things you like to see from Porzingis.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then, in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. The first one falls. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Brown with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Brown right side. Here's Porzingis. And the rejection by Holmgren. There's 1:17 left now here in the second. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulls it from the elbow. Count that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the 2-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
The kick out to Holiday. A 3-pointer, no good. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
They set the screen. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Oklahoma City making a change here.
That was Celtics Entertainment.
Brown outside. It could go. And that one released in time, but no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. On the wing, Brown. Fires the 3. That doesn't go either for Brown. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Williams. Misses from short range. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. So they take the lead. White's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Boston. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Williams. There's a screen by Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. And stolen by Tatum. Goes up. Tatum with the finish and a beautiful break.
Once the fast break is rolling, they know who to go to. Tatum can be trusted to find the finish.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Boston leading by 4. Long range from the inbound. Drains it from beyond the arc. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Stolen by Holiday. Brown wide open. He fires. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Knocked loose. And Tatum atop the key. Back to Horford. They set the pick. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Horford, no luck.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Now here's Caruso. Still yet to score. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boston ball.
Here's Holiday. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Brown's shot is good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by the Celtics.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
That attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
Ooh, how about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's got 7. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
My goodness, I didn't think they could top that last dunk, but it only took them a couple seconds.
Not much defense, Greg, on those last few possessions, but does anyone mind?
Not at all.
Back to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. The screen from Brown. And here's Tatum for 3. Nice defense from Dort.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Shots good by Williams.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
Now Williams. Takes a three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Boston in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter.
The Thunder, 27.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Thunder trailing by 9. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Boston making a switch here. Celtics on D. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Drives to the hoop. 6 to shoot. Pass to Holmgren. And he banks in the layup. Holmgren's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Thunder. Now here's White. Back to Holiday. Right side, White. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Thunder trailing by 7. Cloak loose. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Tatum a screen. Tatum downhill. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. To the middle, outside, Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And here's Tatum for 3. That shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. 10 points for Williams.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Tatum looking around. With the drive. And that one drops. And the Celtics lead by 3.
The quicks of Tatum on display. Jason has a devastating first step, man. He can just blow by you so easy.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if we can get it done.
All right, thank you, David.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving it around. Back to Dort. The kick out to Williams. And they get it back.
Yet another possession they've managed to hold on to. They are really in control on offense.
Here's Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
A fearless shot there by Holiday. With the whole team counting on him, he is able to come through.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Count that one for Dort.
What a shot by Dort, keeping his cool and finding his team a bucket.
Out to Porzingis. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Pass to Holmgren. Yes!
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Here's Holiday. It's good!
Nice job creating for the easy deuce. No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
There's the screen. Outside, Dort. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
Pass to Holmgren. He's off from 3. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he can...
And taking a technical there is the last thing we want to do. The opposite of smart basketball. Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Tatum backs for 2. Off on that one. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Now White, after the missed three from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Celtics passing it around. White looking around. Here's Tatum. The Thunder pull it in.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. From deep. They grab their own miss. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition tape foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the game. Free throw, good, Holiday. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Holmgren the screen. Porzingis with the block.
A swat by Porzingis, that wingspan, letting you know he's in the house.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now here is Holiday. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Brown. Out to the right wing. Holiday surveying the floor. Porzingis inside. In the corner. Tatum with it. Another shot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Thunder with possession. Pass to Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Here's White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 4. Taken away by Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You know, the ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch. Those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
There's Williams with the 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes. They led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Mr. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And they pick up 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's White. Still yet to score. Outside Holiday. 6 to shoot. Out to Porzingis. Shoots the 3. Sinks the triple.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Boston trailing. Tatum down low. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And they're unable to get the time basket there. Caruso with the ball. He's picked up by White. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Pass to Holmgren. From about 16. It's stolen by Brown. Now here's Porzingis. Holiday with it. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Got it off in time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Thunder. They lead by 2.
The Celtics, 8.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And we all hear talk about Jrue Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
Williams up on top. Pass to Holmgren. And the Thunder can't hang on to the ball. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. And the foul on Jrue Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 points in the game.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Tatum looking around.
If you need to cool somebody off on the offensive end, put Mr. Dort on him. This guy's so disruptive.
It's Dort on the wing. Inside. Now Caruso. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Boston?
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Pass to Tatum. Lock at 6. To the paint. Holmgren with the steal. Down low. Here's Dort. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Listen, that is all you can do defensively. Lou Dort, at times, is just going to make tough shots.
The screen from Brown. Mike goes in. Off on the layup.
You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
Right side, Williams. There's the 3. And they will fall over the back on the play. Greg, you know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Celtics leading by 4. Outside Holiday. The 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. So it's the Thunder now. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation, and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
It's Dort on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Outside Tatum. 56 seconds left here in the second. Outside White. It's White on the wing. Nailed from three-point land. White's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
Buries the long-range jumper. Dort's got 5 points now this quarter.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Hartenstein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
It's his first trip to the line. And free throw good from Hartenstein. And so he makes both from the line. So it's the Celtics now. Now here's White. Pass to Tatum. It could go. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 2. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. So it's the Celtics now. A 2-point game. The Thunder pull it in. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a...
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, sipping in before the D can rotate.
Dort, left side. No one near him. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Pass to Caruso. Right side, Dort. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Williams with a clean look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. White goes in. Lays it up off the glass. And now a 4-point Celtic lead.
Well, Derek White showing you I can put it on the deck and finish off a pretty drive. Nicely done, Derek.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's good on the 3-ball. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points. Pass to Porzingis. For the 3. Drains the 3-pointer. And the Celtics lead by 4.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Screen by Hartenstein. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Boston with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Doris has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Outside, Horford. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the left side wing. Caruso looking for an opening. And the Thunder another three.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Outside Tatum. To the middle. Here's Horford. And that one is off. Good D by Holmgren. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Guys, that's about hustle. That is Lou Dort wanting it more than anyone else on the floor.
Tatum down low. Outside Holiday. Looking to end the run. The three from Tatum.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Holmgren the screen. Out to the wing. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
6 on the shot clock. Williams from outside hands it from downtown. Williams has got 8 points. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. Up in time. And that one released in time, but no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Oklahoma City out in front. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Thunder leading by 4. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Outside, White. Just 4 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Horford. The baseline J off the mark.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It goes on Jason Tatum.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Outside, Horford. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
It's Dort on the wing. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. Here's Horford. Out to White. Pass to Tatum. And here is Brown. For 3. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Here's Williams. Drills the three-pointer. Williams has got the lead up to 7 now for Oklahoma City.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Right side Tatum. Off target at the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Oklahoma City?
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Pass to Hartenstein. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Looking to end his cold spell. The shot comes out. Nice D from Porzingis. Down low, Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
To the paint. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish. Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his fourth foul of the contest. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Drills it from outside. And now an 11-point Thunder lead.
You can see the ball handling ability of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Moves with precision, creates opportunities in pick and roll action. That's nice.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That sends Jason Tatum to the free throw line. That one on Williams.
From the moment Jason Tatum stepped into this league, he has been a guy who has wanted the burden offensively, and he has delivered.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Back to Tatum. Nice defense from Dort. And so here is Oklahoma City. Holmgren the screen. Outside, Dort. Holmgren in the post. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Tatum on the wing. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. That one goes. Count it.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
And that one falls for Tatum. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 6-point lead. The kick out to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's open. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris.